What's up, everybody? Why I decided to do this special edition of the Archer Jones Show is because a lot of people just think there's nothing going on in this city, and it seems like the new arena, the deal is going to get done, and the past brewery is coming back. There's just a lot of stuff that people just don't see what's going on in downtown, and also with stuff that been trying to go on with downtown in the past. Just kind of found out recently that people just like to complain and complain about when they come up with ideas on putting stuff in downtown, then people want to shoot it down, which I just don't get why. Like, that they shot it down, and it's like it could be good for downtown because right now downtown is kind of suffering, and it's like a few things that are around the area that's keeping it on its toes. Like, there's probably a few stores in the Grand that's really saving it. Of course, like the hotels is down there and certain like stadiums that's like have like events that's going on, but not as much as it usually does, which is just just shocking and just upsetting because it's like nobody don't show that much support on like events that's going on here, and it's just kind of sad. So just take like last Tuesday for SmackDown for example. We nearly like sold out like on the floor in 200 level, but I guess I was kind of shocked when I was sat in my seat and there was like three empty seats that was right there, and I was thinking, okay, these people may be coming late, but nobody showed. So I can understand some people like have stuff to do and couldn't get out of work because of things like that and such and such. But it's like people are the ones that be complaining about why we don't have this, why we don't have that, especially when it comes to events. Is like you got to go support these events that's happening. Um, and the thing is, we're going to get like the same thing, just simple with WWE. Like we're going to get how we can do very good seating wise when it comes to the house show compared to last Tuesday's taping of SmackDown, and we didn't do as well as we did then. So I don't know what it is, but I just think it's just kind of odd for that. And it's like normally, like in the early decade of 2000, you have, ooh, excuse me, ooh, excuse me, because normally, we used to have like WWE come like 3 times a year, and now it's like twice, and like rarely have like a pay per view. Like we can prove we can sell out when it comes to a pay per view, but just like when it comes to anything else, we don't. So it's like if you don't support the shows that come here, you're still going to get the same thing, and nothing's going to change. So if you type of people that complain and want change to happen, you got to do it yourself, and you got to be set an example if you want change to happen. It's just like what I was talking to Hazel about while I was at this hall meeting about the new arena. Is like there was stuff in the past that some NBA legends just want to like put some stuff or have some stuff going on down here. But yeah, Shaq they want to do like houses. Jordan did want to buy the bus, but I guess like the fallback was yeah, he wanted to move them. So I can kind of understand that part, but it's just for like the rest of it, it's just like they're trying to make good stuff happen, and people just get to whine and complain about it. and nothing gets done. So these are two of these people that like to whine and complain about stuff never happening, and they also at the same time complaining and trying to stop things from happening. It's just like,
It's one minute they're saying there's nothing in Milwaukee, people aren't coming to Milwaukee, but they're the ones who are putting the stop on things happening in Milwaukee.
right,
It's like you can see we've got a bunch of younger Bucks players and all this lot, and it would be good if opportunities were there for, like you've seen in the past with other sports stars, opening restaurants, opening businesses,
mm-hmm,
like Shaq wanting to do housing and stuff in the area and everything.
uh-huh,
Instead of turning them away, imagine, oh, this housing area was sponsored by Shaq.
right,
He would still come into town. He'd come into town, which creates a big event, which creates meet and greets and everything at restaurants, which makes more business. Which, if you think about it, then people are going to want to buy Shaq memorabilia and go stores and stuff. It's a domino effect. You hit that one thing, and everybody. There's so many people who will benefit from it, and they just don't.
right. Like especially the type of people that's they sit in their mama's house and not doing the thing, and just people that just like angry at the world. And also another example was this person that just is a person I know that just so much worry about like the violence and money coming in the city and stuff like that. You don't get if like if we, for example, like if we like have some stuff like happening, like have this new arena and the past brewery trying to do something, they're coming back to the city, and you got the Park East project that's going to be going on, and we got somebody that's running the grant that's trying to going to do some improvements into the stores and stuff in there. You got all that going on, and you worry about like crime and unemployment and stuff like that. And for the city that's investing in new arena and stuff, that's not the problem.
See, and the thing is, yes, crime is an issue, unemployment is an issue, but if you're going to slam down the very things that are going to stop those, really you've got to look at yourself. Let's be honest, a lot of crime, they said, has gone up mainly because, one, kids are bored, there's no part-time jobs for them to do. Burglaries have gone up, people need money, people need items, all that sort of
Hmm.
thing. To bring it to places like the new arena, which is going to hire on so many damn workers for the construction, hire all new people to work inside and everything.
Yep.
There's the jobs right there. Cures boredom because it's not just going to be the arena, there's going to be other things that are going to be going on there. And not only that, they've already said that there's going to be shopping retail complexes and all that stuff associated with it.
Hmm.
That will bring the rate of employment down, unemployment rather. Same with Pabst Brewery. It's going to bring the rate of unemployment down,
Right.
which means that there will be more people out there working and everything. People aren't going to have time. You're not going to stop crime, period. Let's be perfectly honest.
Right.
But you can at least bring down those rates.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, like we get more jobs and get more stuff coming in here, like the less unemployment will go down, and also maybe less crime will happen because people be working and don't have to,
Exactly.
rob, steal, and kill and stuff like that.
I mean, I don't agree with all the crime and everything going on.
Right.
And so it does really need to be done. But to me, part of that starts with being at home. If you've got to control your flipping bratty ass, thuggish little kids,
Hmm.
simple as that.
Exactly.
15 and 16-year-olds do not need to be out past 10
10
at
o'clock.
night.
Yeah.
And that's if you look at them. Oh, this shooting happened and it was a 15-year-old involved and it was 11:30. Why is your 15-year-old out at 11:30 at night without you?
Exactly. I'm starting to think that they're gonna start enforcing curfews on teenagers.
Well, the other issue is You know, you spank your kids. All the kid has to do is tell someone, "Oh, my mum hit me. Oh, we gotta call CPS." Blah, blah, blah. For crying out loud, I got my butt whooped. You got your butt whooped. A generation before us
Got whooping.
got whooping. And what
Hmm.
did they turn into? Store owners, policemen, lawyers, workers, because
Right.
you were set boundaries. You the kids that we've got now are being, a lot of them are being raised by kid parents. You've got a whole generation of people who believe that it's cool to be pregnant at 15 or 16.
Right.
You ain't equipped to raise a child at that age. I'm sorry. Especially if your parents aren't involved. You know, and that's the whole problem, is that parents are too busy wanting to be friends and everything. I'm not
Hmm.
my son's friend. I'm his mother, and he damn well knows it.
Yeah, that's true. And I do agree with you saying like there's parents that are trying to be friends with their kids and not actually trying to be a parent,
Yeah.
which is sad because we do see that like nowadays that the parents trying to be friends with their kids and stuff like that. You gotta be a parent,
You have to.
and you want to do the deed. You gotta take the responsibility of doing something about it. And it's just sad that some of these people just don't do that, or wherever the case may be. And I guess like you said, like with all the stuff that's going on in the city, and plus like if you want to stop something, either step up or do something about it.
Yeah.
If you see something, say something. Don't do on this no snitching crap going on and stuff. Like I said, you see something, say
And
something.
the thing is, you don't even have to call the police as a tip line.
Mhm.
You can politely go to one of the tip lines and say, "I saw this, this, and this." It's anonymous. No one has to know it's from you.
Right.
You know, and if that's what the concern is. But we've got to start looking out for our own communities and dealing with our own communities and making changes there.
Mhm.
And then these people will come back in, but stop vetoing every damn thing that is out there.
Right. It's just like if I would have the money, it's like I want to open a restaurant and I got like ideas for it,
Yeah.
like a certain type of restaurant that has never been done before. That's what I wanted to do, but like I said, you just gotta have the money for it. But also, like I said, people just want to go in and invest in stuff. Just let them. And the other part is, it's like I guess if I want to do something like that, I gotta find a right investor to
Well,
invest in it. But it's like ain't that many out there because some people don't want to take that risk because a lot of people, complain about this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen, which is just kind of suck. It's just what we saying in general. It's just like people want to. If you want to invest in something, like invest in your community, like invest in the city, and that's where our tax dollars are going to. Investment in the city.
and the other thing is like if you want kids to not be bored and to not, you know, and to succeed and stuff, and to help stop all the violence and that, the other thing you've got to do is invest in their schooling. When they have sporting events on, yeah, it's a pain in the butt going to all the sporting events. It really is,
And had to.
especially when it's like when it costs this amount of money to
Yes.
get into some of them and that
Yes.
lot. But what people have got to realise is that money you're paying to get into those sports is what's funding those sports.
And investing in those
Yeah,
sports.
and you've got to do it if you want your kids to succeed. Invest. I'm not just saying about sports. If your kid is into music, go to their concerts. If your kid is into acting, go to acting. Robotics, go to their shows. Artwork, whatever it is, help them. Don't just say, "Oh, that's not going to amount to anything." How the hell do you
How you
know?
know? This may be something that the kid would be interested in and may want to go forward with it.
Exactly, and you've got to help them, and that I think is the other half of the issue. Is parents are so quick to slam down what their kids want to do.
Right.
It's like, "Oh, You want to be an artist? There's no money in that. Well, where do you think all the artwork comes from? And I'm not just on about the pictures you hang on the walls. I'm on about advertisements. An artist designed the Nike symbol. An
Mhm.
artist designed the Adidas symbol. An artist designed the Puma symbol. Artist did that.
Mhm.
An artist designed the Google logo, eBay logo, Yahoo logo, Facebook logo.
And
There's
like,
money out there.
yeah, it is.
And you just got to enhance. I mean, let them try. Just let them try. Do not slam them down. Our son is on the football team.
Mhm.
He's on the track team. Yes, he sat out most of the track season because of injury, but he was on both. Last year, between you and me, we went to every single game that he played in football.
Yeah.
And we will do the same this year. But on top of that, I've been to every single one of his concerts he's ever had. I've been to his open houses at his school. You show an interest. Robert now is saying, and he said it for the past few years. He wants to join the National Guard and wants to become an engineer. Okay, then that's what he wants to do. Your child comes to you and says, Dad, Mom, I want to be a graphic artist. Look at the school and say, okay, little Georgie Porgy over here wants to become a graphic designer, a graphic artist. What
Right.
programs do you have available to help him with that? Well, we have an art class twice a week after school. Great. How much is it? Oh, it's free. Great. Send them in. Most schools now will actually take donations towards the class, so you're not even set if it's like a $30 fee or a $50 fee. They'll take the donation towards it. But it just, that's where you stop the crime, you stop this, you get people going into jobs, and things change.
Right. And just like what I tell some people, it's like they gotta focus on the young to like stop crime. And it's just like don't follow some of these paths that some of these people are today because like not many people had like a good parent. It's like
Well, what doesn't help is programs like, excuse me, programs like Big Brothers Big Sisters. There's the Boys and Girls Club. But those are severely underfunded and they need more people.
mhm.
So those clubs who where you see a lot of the kids playing basketball out on the streets and stuff, they don't have the Big Brothers Big Sisters or the Boys and Girls Club to go to. Make memberships for the YMCA cheaper. The parents can't afford to send their kids there. Be like, there's the membership card. Go to the Y for the day. You used to do it back in the day,
Mhm.
but now it's all about the dollar. Well, you've got to help people.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah, sure. But it's just mainly we're just saying like, well, for example, is like I had basketball games and also did like stage crew stuff, and like nobody in my family never showed up to any of them. Well, just like, and I just started realizing, it's like, show up or not, I'm doing this for me because that's what I want to do.
And see, and the thing is, as you know, we all have, with our parents, there's always a time when your parents can't make it. We get that. But in our case, we have done everything we can to make sure one of us has been at his event. If
Mhm.
not one of us, both of us have been there. But we have traveled by bus all over the damn county for his football game.
Mhm.
We have gone everywhere to support him. And that's what you do. And he knows there are times where when I didn't show up that one football game that you did,
Oh,
he
that was
looked
a
out,
click and a half.
but he looked out in the crowd and he saw you. One of us was there.
Mhm.
And that's been the same with all of his games. One of us has always been there. And to a kid, oh my God, Robert may go, oh mum, you're embarrassing, oh my gosh, and all this look. But he loved me telling the story of when he caught that football and I jumped up, I had cameras in both my hands and didn't capture any of it on film because I was cheering him.
Right.
He gets all like, oh my God, everybody's heard this, but you see the smile. to do. Have your kids feel that. If you're making it so the only attention your kids get is negative, well, of course they're going to go out and steal and rob and fight.
Exactly, and like you gotta teach your kids like the value of a dollar, not
Yeah,
like trying to, oh, I can't get this for you, or I can't get this for you because I don't want to, or
right.
just whatever. Explain to the kid about the value of a dollar, and you would know how far that would go. But it's just like we're mainly just saying is like you want to like stop all this like the negative stuff from happening. Start being positive and try to do like positive things and try to invest in the city or somebody got an idea like me, invest in it.
Help people.
Right. Just like I just got appointed to doing like media stuff for a wrestling fan and hey, and I told like, wrestling fans before is like I'll help anybody, but at least one like fan reached out to me and want me to help them with stuff and make like their company bigger. It's just like just try to invest in things and don't always trying to knock out what somebody else trying to do or knock out or be jealous because of what somebody's doing. It's like do your own thing.
Yeah.
So that's like all we're trying to say is just like don't like play down on the city. Try to do something about it and do something positive and don't sit in your mama's basement waiting for like money
Complaining.
to come in and complaining. That's just people just being lazy, just in my opinion. So I think we're just gonna stop from there. But it's just like just remember what we were saying that there's things coming in Milwaukee, but don't always shout it down when it does, because that could be helping the future of the city and may change things forever.